Hello and welcome to our coverage of the WNBA on 2K Sports. Tonight we'll see the Chicago Sky as they play against the Indiana Fever. Thanks for joining us. I'm Blake Suniga here with Brian Banafitemi and Tim Swartz. And with the WNBA season at 44 games total, it's paramount for these teams to get off to a hot start.
I mean, one slow month out of the gate can sink your entire season. Every game matters that much more.
And that shows up in the intensity of these early games. These players know there's no easing into the season.
Perfect screen there. Set her up with a terrific look.
Yeah, but that's a bad job by the defender to not fight through that screen to contest.
You want to see more effort there.
Here's Banham. Screen by Cardoso. Down low. Just 2 to shoot. Aaliyah Boston grabs the miss.
Great defense right there to prevent one of the best finishers in the league from converting in close.
Pass to Clark. And about 1 minute gone in the first quarter. Her second shot goes in. Off to a good start. 2 for 2. And here is Vandersloot. Here's Cardoso. From deep, Ariel Atkins. The shot will not fall. Now Mitchell. Pass to Clark. Now here's Boston. Yes, what an assist from Caitlin Clark.
Off to a nice start. They've hit all 3 from the field.
Here's Chicago now. 7-point differential. Outside Atkins. To the middle. Soft touch off the glass.
Well, Atkins can score from pretty much anywhere on the court. Inside, outside, it doesn't matter. She'll find a way.
Now about 2 minutes gone by in the first quarter. Boston outside. Back to Clark. Fires from deep. Hits it from three-point range.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic, and it's a big part of why they've been able to get good looks.
Absolutely. The defense unable to react quickly enough to deal with their passing.
Reese gets the bucket.
Because of Vandersloot's advanced playmaking ability, her team trusts her to effectively initiate pick and rolls.
And it's the Fever ball. 6-point lead. Guys, there's really no debate. When it comes to assists, Courtney Vandersloot is the GOAT.
No argument here. 7 assist titles in her career. Easily the best assist average in league history. Vandersloot is a wizard with the rock.
Here's Vandersloot. Pass to Banham. Reese. Pick by Reese. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Banham. And another basket for Chicago.
She was one step ahead of the D in making that pass. Nice assist.
Mitchell outside. Here's Clark. The rebound by the Sky.
Well, I'm going to say the defense got pretty lucky right there because she's going to make a lot more of those than she misses when she gets that much room.
Here's Banham. Pass to Cardoso. Atkins. She's covered by Cunningham. 4 on the shot clock. The 3. And it's Atkins missing. The Fever leading. Back to Clark. The tray. It's Cardoso with the rebound.
Surprising miss, wouldn't you say? I mean, she usually devours those wide open opportunities.
Vandersloot right side. Pass to Cardoso. Banked in off the glass.
Well, it's really almost like an automatic 2 points. Put them up on the board anytime she gets the ball that close to the basket.
The defense has to battle to keep her out of that position in the first place, or it's going to be a long day for them.
Clark can't get it to go. And it's the Sky ball, trailing by 4. And here is Vandersloot. She's covered by Clark. Back to Vandersloot. Pass to Cardoso. Inside. Foul call that time on the way up. And that'll give her 2 chances at the
With the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
That's some old school defense. Just telling them no easy layups. As simple as that. And I like to see it.
And the first one drops. In the offseason, the Fever were aggressive in pursuing veterans.
Well, the Fever, they like their core, and they want to win now. They signed a bunch of veterans, including Sophie Cunningham, and this is a team that wants to win now. They're sick of losing in Indiana.
Doesn't get the second. And few WNBA players have garnered more attention than Angel Reese.
Well, she's just so charismatic, and Reese says what she thinks. Fans love that. And on the floor, she's a double-double machine.
Now here's Vandersloot. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for her. For 3. Natasha Howard with the rebound. Pass to Clark. And here is Mitchell. Here's Boston. Vandersloot defending. Trying to get back on track. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it. It's good.
That's a clean look they gave her there, fellas. And, I mean, she drains those. So I wouldn't give her too many of those looks if I was the defense.
Chicago trailing here. Here's Reese. Outside Atkins. Pass to Banham. Fires for 3. The Fever pull it in. Now here's Clark. Up top, Powers. Now here's Boston. Covered by Cardoso. And here's Clark. Vandersloot with the steal. Pass to Banham. Cardoso. Atkins. Powers covering. Back to Cardoso. That's in. She's got 2 made now, and she's shooting 2 for 3.
That's a good look. That is a good look. And she'll make that one most of the time.
Outside Howard. Back to Clark. Mitchell, right side. Lets the 3 fly. Gets it to go from downtown.
A tremendous first quarter shooting the basketball.
Yeah, just some really impressive scoring. Everything seems to be going in.
Vandersloot outside. And the call will be against Kelsey Mitchell. That's her first foul.
First personal foul. Second team foul. Substitution on the court.
On defense, the Fever. 6-point game. Shot clock at 6. Courtney Vandersloot for 3. They grab their own miss. Great positioning on the putback.
Those second chance points, they're just like bonus points if you can get them.
Clark with it. 8 points for her. From downtown. It's hauled in by Angel Reese.
You can tell she thought that triple was going to fall.
She's just shaking her head after that miss.
From downtown. It's hauled in by Angel Reese. You can tell she thought that triple was going to fall. She's just shaking her head after that miss.
1
and it's blocked by Aaliyah Boston.
But you need to know where Boston is there, picking up the block. Aaliyah just a menace defensively.
Nurse with it. Powers picks her up. Pass to Vandersloot for three. The Fever pull it in.
They had some box coverage that turned into no coverage.
And when she's open like that, you don't see her miss that sort of look very often. Terrific work to get in the shooter's space and then go straight to the boards for the rebound.
Nurse. Chicago again missing. Outside McDonald. Pass to Howard. Back to McDonald. Out to the right wing. Clark outside. Good for another basket. Number 4 today, and she is 4 for 8.
Good looking bounce pass to set up the basket.
And 2-for-1 opportunity here if they want it.
And if I'm them, if I'm in their seats, I'm on the bench of the game, I go for it.
Back to Vandersloot. That one drops, and it comes off an assist from Camila Cardoso.
Defensively, they're on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
And if they don't start showing some aggression, things are just going to get worse.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's McDonald. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Clark left side to the inside. Here's Howard. And such a nice move to make that bucket possible.
I just love the composure Howard plays with inside. She's so comfortable around the rim.
From deep three-point range. And so the first quarter in the books. Fever ahead, up by 7. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in a moment. And the first quarter in the books, second about to get underway. And what stands out to you from the Fever in this one?
I think the roof is up, but get some people some umbrellas. It has been raining in here. A lot of threes.
Yeah, you know I'm a huge umbrella guy, but hey, when it rains, it pours. And they haven't let up from beyond the arc.
But for the defense, they got to talk to each other. Clearly in air, not getting out there on her three-point attempt.
Mitchell outside, pass to McDonald. Now Powers. Puts up a three. That shot off. Guarded by McDonald. To the paint. Here's Williams. Pass to Onyenwere. Williams. Outside Powers. McDonald. Back to Powers. Turner a screen. From the arc. A rebound by the Sky. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Back to Nurse. And stolen by Ari McDonald. On the wing, Ari McDonald. And fouled hard that time. And she'll get 2 shots at the line.
First personal foul. First team foul. At the line for Indiana. Reed. 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
That free throw missing. And for this Chicago team, they've built the roster inside out.
Well, that 2024 draft nets them Angel Reese and the 6'7" Camila Cardoso. With their version of the Twin Towers, they've got a great foundation for years to come.
Good on the second free throw.
And a return to the playoffs for the Fever in 2024. It was a huge step forward for the team.
For sure, snapping a 7-year hiatus. And what's incredible is before that, the Fever went to 12 straight postseasons from 2005 to 2016. So this is an organization that is used to winning.
The bank shot, no good. The Fever leading to the inside. And she finishes nicely on the layup.
Nice speed by McDonald, a new school, score first guard. She does have great passing skills, though.
And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in this second quarter. Outside Atkins. That three off the mark. And it's the Fever ball. In the second quarter, they've given up just 3 points. Now here's Vandersloot. And they could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Yeah, too many empty possessions. I mean, it's simple. They need points.
Williams sets the screen. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the line.
Well, Williams is a center who battles inside. I mean, she's not a player you're going to be seeing jacking up too many threes.
One place this Chicago team needs to improve is their three-point shooting.
Well, the Sky were last in the WNBA in threes made per game at just about 5. They also took the least amount of triples, so I would say that's a point of emphasis with this team.
Here's Mitchell, and they're the Fever with another bucket.
There isn't a part of the court that Mitchell won't let it fly. When she hits from the mid-range, it just increases the headache for the D.
Puts it up from 12. Chicago again missing. This one for 3. And it's Courtney Vandersloot with the rebound. Chicago trailing here. Pass to Atkins.
Sky foul. First team foul. Now into the lineup for Chicago. Number 5, Angel Reese.
Here's McDonald. Looking for her first basket still in this one. Outside Cunningham. From past the arc. The rebound by the Sky.
Yeah, she didn't punish them for the weak coverage that time, but they just can't count on her missing.
Absolutely, Brian. She's got to go right back to that shot.
Here's Banham. Picked by Reese. Clock at 6. To the left side wing. Courtney Vandersloot for 3.
It's held in by Aaliyah Boston.
I'm not sure why she keeps trying her luck from deep. It's just not working for her.
Mitchell outside. In the basket for the 4th time from the field, and she is a healthy 4 for 6.
Well, her shooting has been outstanding. Definitely, one of the reasons why they're winning this game.
And here is Vandersloot. Now a timeout called by Chicago.
And a 2023 Rookie of the Year, Aaliyah Boston is a treat to watch.
Oh, yeah, she's a lot of fun. Personally, I love her passing, ability to run offense through the post. Boston is such an unselfish player, team first. Traits that we don't normally associate with first overall picks like her.
Fever making a change here. Here's Banham. She's covered by Mitchell. Now Banham cans it from downtown.
They can't afford to give her that kind of look.
Well, it came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you have to fight over the top of it.
And you need some help as well.
Now here's Cunningham.
7-point differential. Clark left side. Shoots over Vandersloot. It's hauled in by Williams. Vandersloot with it. Pass to Atkins. Jacks up a three. It's not going to go for her. Here's the Fever with the ball. They've led by as much as 10. Now here's Mitchell. Three-pointer. Score the bucket. She's made 5 so far, shooting a nifty 5 for 7. Vandersloot outside. Banham. Pass to Reese. And Aaliyah Boston with the block. And that's out of bounds. Chicago will retain possession. So both teams making some changes here. Just 5 on the clock.
Outside Reese.
From deep.
Offensive rebound.
Out to Atkins.
Pass to Reese.
Takes the three. And once again off the mark by Chicago.
Not her best performance scoring the ball thus far.
Outside McDonald.
Clark outside. Inside. Turner. So she gets the whistle. Contact on the way up. 2 shots next.
And the call on Camila Cardoso.
Not afraid to challenge defenders. Turner plays with confidence and composure.
Shooting 2.
And the first one at the line is good. He's perfect from the line this time.
When the Fever won the 2024 draft lottery, I think everyone in the world knew who they were going to take, Caitlin Clark.
Yeah, she's already had a massive impact on the Fever and the league. On the floor, Clark's passing and limitless range are just tremendous weapons offensively. And then off the floor, I mean, I think the Fever might be the hottest ticket around the W.
Here's Vandersloot. Pass to Banham. 6 on the shot clock. Vandersloot lets it go from deep.
Another miss. She's having an ugly game offensively.
That shot is off. Like 6 others she's attempted tonight, she has but 1 basket.
Boston outside.
Brianna Turner in the high post. Pass to Clark. Shoots over Vandersloot. The 9-footer is on the mark.
Good pass work. The assist was right on target.
On offense, here the Sky. They trail by 14. Now Banham, guarded by McDonald. And looks like an illegal pick was set. That'll get the ref's attention.
Well, I just think an illegal screen, it's one of the toughest calls for an official to make.
Yeah, you have to appreciate how difficult a job they have to do when it comes to making calls like that. It's not as easy as people might think.
And the refs in this league just do a great job.
Now here's Mitchell. 14 points, their largest lead in the game.
First half, 2 minutes.
Pass to Clark. Here's Howard. And she converts the layup.
They are putting the hammer down. Just a huge lead for them.
And it doesn't matter if we're talking about their offense or their defense because it has all been working for them.
Yeah, to build this lead, you have to do both.
Clark outside. Pass to Mitchell.
Cunningham.
No good on the triple. Here's Vandersloot. Banham. She's covered by Mitchell. Ariel Atkins on the wing. Screen by Cardoso. And here's Ariel Atkins outside. That shot is off. Like 6 others she's attempted tonight, she has but 1 basket. Outside Howard. With a wing on the left. Caitlin Clark with room. That's in there. Chelsea Mitchell with the assist.
Another pass put right into the shooter's pocket for a terrific assist. You know, they've done a lot of that today.
And, you know, it's something we haven't seen much at the opposite end of the court.
And they've been struggling here offensively.
Bit of a dry spell for sure.
Pass to Atkins. Banham. To stop the run.
It's hauled in by Boston.
Boy, I mean, they can do nothing right. They cannot take the lid off.
They need a bucket in the worst way possible. They have got to stop this run somehow, or it's really going to get out of hand.
Well, I think she owes the three-pointer dinner. It's been her best friend today, no question.
Well, it has been today anyway. I mean, look, most of her points have been courtesy of the deep ball.
And through one half, it hasn't even been close. Fever ahead, opening a huge gap. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow on 2K Sports.
And it's time for your fan half-court shot. Please direct your attention to center court. Give me a beat. They're thinking about the shot. Let's hear it for the participant.
And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close. And we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third started.
And how about this? We're seeing a tremendous game from Caitlin Clark.
She played a very smart game offensively, looking for and finding gaps in the defense and always looking for the best shot possible.
Yeah, the way she played that first half, well, that's exactly what we're talking about when we talk about being efficient on offense.
Hello and welcome back. Third quarter just about to get going in what has been a runaway of a game so far.
Outside Reese.
Pass to Cardoso. Atkins. Now Banham.
Screen by Cardoso.
Banham, no good.
Boston outside.
Now Mitchell. And here's Clark. Vandersloot defending. And so she earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and she'll shoot 2.
First team foul.
Home and away, fans came out in droves to watch Caitlin Clark.
I mean, we've had teams move venues to increase capacity. Caitlin Clark is quite the draw. Everybody just wants a glimpse.
And she knocks down the first one.
Hey, that couldn't be more obvious. Caitlin Clark has had an incredible impact on the Fever.
Well, just look at the individual numbers. Led the league in assists, second in minutes played, and the team impact during her rookie year, they ended an 8-year playoff drought.
Both good at the line.
One of the most exciting players in the WNBA, Angel Reese.
Chicago very happy to have her finish runner-up in Rookie of the Year voting. Reese brings some serious attitude to the organization. The Sky led the W in rebounding last year, largely because of course, Angel Reese.
Caitlin Clark with the three. And it's Angel Reese with the rebound.
Yeah, the great shooters, they know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice there.
Yeah, not very good defensive coverage that time, but you got lucky.
To the middle.
Cunningham with the bucket.
Great job by Cunningham, working for two in the paint.
Right around a minute and a half played in the third quarter. Pass to Banham. Now here's Atkins. Lets it go from 14.
Caitlin Clark with the board.
So it's Indiana now. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 25. Here's Boston. Some solid defense there from Camila Cardoso. Now here's Atkins.
She's covered by Cunningham.
Pass to Banham. Cardoso, high post. And good that time.
Well, she's been a bright spot in what has otherwise been a little bit of a struggle for this team.
Time called here. The Fever decide to talk it over. Indiana with the ball. They've only allowed 2 points so far in the second half. Pass to Clark. Back to Mitchell. Outside Cunningham. Clark outside. Just 5 to shoot. Offensive board. Boston. And down it goes. 2 points.
A solid performance inside. You know, their rebounding, it's been terrific.
They're putting together a great game, aren't they? Strong performances throughout, and they've just been strong on the glass.
And it sets a tone. Well, the D sagged off, and no hesitation on her part to rise up and bury the three.
Here's Mitchell. 12 points for her. Screen by Howard. Mitchell, right side. Outside Cunningham. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Pass to Vandersloot. Reese. Kick by Reese. And here is Vandersloot. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Ariel Atkins.
And Vandersloot can make this shot, especially when the defense isn't guarding her very tightly.
Here's Clark. From outside the arc. It's hauled in by Reese. Here's Banham. She's covered by Mitchell. Pass to Vandersloot. And here's Banham. Down low. Now here's Atkins. And again, it's Chicago with a three.
This looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the three-pointers they're allowing.
I don't know. I mean, there might be more defense in warm-ups. They need to close down on these threes.
Now Mitchell from deep. There's the foul. It's on Howard. That'll be her second foul of the game. Timeout called the Sky. It's the Sky ball. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. And here's Banham. 8 points for her. Pass to Reese. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
Well, we saw this in her collegiate career. The fear of contact does not exist in Angel Reese.
One item that stood out is their ball movement.
Things are definitely clicking, and more importantly, it's tough to defend.
Here's Natasha Howard for three.
Very close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Not a great habit to get into, letting her get that wide open.
And here's Ariel Atkins outside.
Another good rebound. She's pulled down a bunch. Hasn't mattered that, you know what, she's a little size challenge in the post.
Now here's Clark. Vandersloot defending. Mitchell outside. Shot to stop the drought. That's good on the jumper.
Well, she shot the ball extremely well, as you'd expect. You know, like we say, she's been making music all day long.
Pass to Atkins. Reese. Pick by Reese. To the inside. It's stolen by Natasha Howard. Inside. Kicks it out to Mitchell. Clark. Here's Boston. Outside Howard. On the wing, Kelsey Mitchell. Knocks down the three ball.
She can shoot off the dribble a lot, but Mitchell is also adept at shooting off the delivery. A crisp pass helps her square up.
One thing this team loves about Natasha Howard, she's a winning player.
In one point in her career, she won 3 of 4 titles with 2 different teams. And she's a former Defensive Player of the Year, plays the game with serious effort.
Cunningham up top.
Pass to Clark.
Cunningham.
The three from Kelsey Mitchell. The basket good off the assist from Sophie Cunningham.
She's putting on a commanding performance here. She's now hit 2 3-pointers in each half now.
Vandersloot outside. Banham. She's covered by Mitchell. Outside Reese. Pick by Reese. Here's Atkins on the mark with the 15-footer.
Well, for an accurate shooter like Atkins, the mid-range can look effortless, but that's just because she's that good at shooting the ball.
Time called here. The Fever decide to talk it over.
In each of her first 5 years in the league, Ariel Atkins was voted all defense.
Yeah, she made the U.S. gold medal winning team for the Tokyo game on the strength of her defense. Always in great condition. Atkins never runs out of energy chasing around those guards.
Chicago on D. She's guarded by Williams. Six to shoot. Mitchell outside. The 3 ball. Ia Nurse playing some nice D. Now here's Onyenwere. She's covered closely. And Williams gets it to go.
She works so hard on her post moves, her finishing. Williams thrives close to the hoop.
They're enjoying a commanding lead.
And you know the best part? It gives them an opportunity to give their starters a rest.
Yeah, they might not have to come back in. Again, the miss by the Fever. Nurse, left side. Using the post moves to get the 2 points.
After a horrible half of shooting, they've rebounded here in the second.
Pass to Powers. And here is Mitchell. Over Nurse. A rebound by the Sky.
Some great tight defense right there. Got right up on her and forced the miss.
Just close enough to bother her on the shot, but disciplined enough to avoid too much contact.
Onyenwere up top. Nurse. The offensive rebound. Basket good.
Man, they have got to put a body on her because otherwise, with her agility and athleticism, they're just not going to be able to contain her on the offensive glass.
Mitchell outside. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. A nice shot by Powers.
That's 2 bombs in a row from long range. They're starting to heat up.
The defense is stepped slow. They've got to take away that airspace.
Nurse outside. Now here's Onyenwere. No good on the last second attempt there. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Fever ahead, leading by 17. And fourth quarter basketball will be coming your way on 2K Sports right after this. Welcome back. Fourth quarter of action starting up in what has been a one-side show. Outside Powers. Outside McDonald. Here's Boston. And terrific work on the offensive glass as she picks up 2.
An excellent offensive rebounder. How about Boston imposing her will?
Nurse outside. To the paint. Williams. And Aaliyah Boston with the block. Pass to Sims. That's good, and it's Ari McDonald with the assist.
A notable finisher around the rim. Sims doesn't want any weak spots in her game, and I admire that.
Now Williams. Vandersloot outside. And a miss there on the triple. A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over 1 minute played. Powers' shot is off.
Not her best game, but they're getting it done collectively.
Nurse outside. To the middle. Williams. There's the 3. Aaliyah Boston grabs the miss. Just over 1.5 minutes played here in the fourth. Pass to Powers. Back to McDonald. Shoots a 3. Rebound Chicago. And they're looking for some kind of spark here.
Yeah, cold stretch offensively. They need a bucket.
That's tipped and stolen by Sims. And you look at the growth of the WNBA. Incredible numbers all over the board the last few years.
Recently, the league saw highs in viewership and attendance. The WNBA was the fastest growing league brand as well.
It feels like there's been a tipping point reached. I mean, the WNBA has a lot of momentum at the moment, and they've done their best to take advantage of it.
What a remarkable defensive play. The replay showing once again the tenacity on that end.
Number 5.
And really, those are the plays that get you out in front and also keep you out in front.
And they've been really controlling this one.
Never want to get too complacent, though.
Back to McDonald. Beyond the arc. Elizabeth Williams with the rebound.
Her strokes looked a little shaky this quarter. Not much is hitting the target.
3rd minute of action now gone here in the fourth quarter of this one. Pass to Vandersloot. Reese. 2 points. That one goes in.
Crafty pass work, getting it down low for the easy deuce.
Indiana with the ball. Outside Powers. McDonald. Now here's Boston. Back to McDonald. She tries for 3. Offensive rebound, Fever. Boston sets a screen. To the paint. Second shot opportunity. And she lays it up and in.
This team has been on the offensive glass here in the second half, doing a great job.
Pass to Reese. Here's Nurse. Kick by Reese. Inside. And that comes off the assist by Kia Nurse.
Tons of action these days in pro hoops is off the pick and roll. Nurse reads the play well, sets up some points.
Here's the Fever with the ball. Here in the fourth, they've only allowed just 4 points. Outside McDonald. To the inside, Boston. It's good, as 5 others before it were. She's now shooting 6 for 7.
You can always depend on her to put that lead pass right on the money.
Pass to Nurse. Reese She's covered by Cunningham. Oh, Angel Reese again.
She's been a different player in the second half. Her shooting percentage is far better than it was before the break.
Here's Boston. She's guarded by Williams. Back to Sims. Boston sets a screen. Pulls it from the elbow. Sims.
She had all the space she needed, but just could not find the bottom of the bucket.
Here's Kia Nurse from the arc. Sinks the three-pointer.
They're living and dying from beyond the arc since halftime. It's a different look than we saw from them in the first half.
And they've built a very nice lead.
No signs of slowing down, at least as far as I can tell.
Now here's McDonald. She's guarded closely. Left side Sims. The three. Chicago with the rebound. Vandersloot left side. Out to the wing. Outside Williams. And she was camped there in the lane. And she gets a 3-second call. And this is what the schedule looks like for the Indiana Fever. On Tuesday, they'll host the Atlanta Dream.
And for that game against Liberty, that's one to watch for, fourth contest of this brand new WNBA season. I'm interested in how these teams match up early in the year.
Now Mitchell. Shot clock at 5. Pass to Clark. Launches a 3. Camila Cardoso gets the board.
Yeah, so much for repeating the three-point barrage she put on in the first half. Nothing here in the second half.
Now Banner. Now it's Reese. She's covered by Clark. Now Cardoso. Count it. Good.
What an alert play. Just a great job of hitting her teammate on the move.
Mitchell with it. Clark outside. Tries to snap the cold streak, and she was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws for her.
Second personal foul.
A familiar face rejoining the sky, point guard Courtney Vandersloot.
The league's all-time leader in assists per game. Vandersloot spent her first 12 seasons in Chicago, spent the last 2 years in New York, winning the title in 2024. She's back in the Windy City, running the show this year.
The first free throw is good. And good on both.
And when you look at the different rosters around the league, the average age is starting to feel younger.
Yeah, and with the salary cap and how it's set up, you need players on those rookie scale deals, so teams might hold on to a younger player versus go with the vet.
No doubt. It's how you get the numbers to work. Teams go young to try to find gems as well and see how they can develop stars.
Well, it was quite the arrival to the WNBA for Angel Reese, already a top rebounder.
So rare to have a rookie lead the league in a major category like rebounding, but Reese did. Her offensive rebounding is especially key. Angel creates so many second chance opportunities.
First free throw is good. One falls, so she hits both of them. Here's Mitchell. Here's the floater. No luck on that one. And here is Vandersloot. Out to the left wing. Here's Reese. And the shot no good, a bit short. Now here's Clark. Vandersloot defending. Back to Clark. Fires the three. The rebound by the Sky.
The defense has to be real thrilled to see her keep shooting those threes. She has been brutal this half.
Reese, covered by Cardoso. Pass to Clark.
2 minutes remaining on the game.
Back to Boston. And here's Clark. Back to Boston. Yes, what an assist from Caitlin Clark.
It's not just the size of Boston, it's also her touch around the rim.
Here's Vandersloot. Banham. Pass to Reese. Atkins. She's covered by Cunningham. 5 to shoot. Pulls up from the top of the key. Jump shot is good that time. Now a timeout called by Indiana.
Well, in terms of roster building for a front office, what would be your guys as a coach? What's the key?
To me, easier said than done, but it's all about drafting well. Getting good players with rookie scale contracts is basically a key coach.
And I'll add, you also can extend those players, even give them the core designation if you have to, which provides them with a 1-year fully guaranteed supermax contract. So all in all, guys, one great pick can surely change a franchise.
Here's Mitchell. Outside Howard. Now here's Mitchell. Clark outside. Can't hit from in close. Now Vandersloot. Down low. Reese gets the bucket.
Way to work the ball in close to the hoop.
So it's Indiana now. Earlier in the game, they held a 25-point lead. Mitchell outside. They get the rebound. Here's Cunningham. Here's Boston. Cunningham. The shot by Boston, no good. To the inside. It's stolen by Howard. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. On the wing, Kelsey Mitchell. Pass to Howard. Takes the three. It's Cardoso with the rebound. Vandersloot with it. And so it's the Fever taking care of business in this one. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
It makes a big difference. Once they started to really play in a good flow, you felt like they never had any doubts that they'd come out on top.
And that'll wrap it up.